I've got a quick review today. I'm going to go ahead and take my glasses off so you guys can see this. I'm doing a review of the Too Faced I Want Kandee palette. This is pretty new. It's limited edition, but it's still out right now at least. It's only been out for, what, a few weeks?
I don't know.
Less than a month. Anyway, I have it on my eyes today. I didn't do anything fancy. I just did a really basic thing. All I used today was raspberry cocoa on my lids, licorice rope for the eyeliner, and then whipped cream on my inner corners. Like I said, really, really easy and basic. Okay. So, I got this because it's like candy themed and it's scented and all of that. I don't follow Candy Johnson. I don't really know anything about her. I don't have opinions one way or the other on her, etc., etc. So she's not why I bought it. I bought it because, like I said, candy themed, candy scented. First off, the candy scented, I get like a sweetness, kind of the standard Too Faced scented smell. What did you say this smelled like?
I don't remember, honestly.
He said it smelled like something else, like some kind of baked good candy thing. I don't remember them. So I thought about getting this, but I wasn't sure because it is a collab as well. I went up to Ulta the day it launched and swatched it and decided, okay, yeah, gonna go ahead and get it. And Alex let me get it, of course. I like the tin. I know a lot of the chocolate bar and everything is in metal, but I like this. It reminds me of the like the Whitman's boxes of chocolates, and it's nice tin and everything. It's even got the shades done like chocolates on the back of the palette. And it had this little sticker that I had to cut to open it. And then you open it and it's got, the top is kind of thick here. It does have a magnet, if you can see, that holds it closed. That works fine. Having trouble with the breathing. The baby's getting kind of big. She likes to sit on my lungs. And I was actually pretty impressed. You look at this palette and on first glance, the colors look like a lot of the standard same stuff that Too Faced does in everything. But one of the things that convinced me to go ahead and buy the thing was this Sweet Toffee shade. This is one of my absolute favorite shades. Let's see if I can get some brushes in here. I need wash brushes so I don't have like anything clean. So this Sweet Toffee shade here is one of my favorites. I absolutely love that. The entire palette is, well, maybe not worth the $40-something for one shade, but it was worth, since I already kind of wanted it and I had other reasons, that pushed me over the edge of wanting to get it. So there's that. I also really like this butterscotch shade. It goes really well. It's a nice warm, you can do a fiery kind of look with it, is what I would call it. I really like looks like that, so there's that. This Sugar Plum, I was really impressed by. I did that yesterday, and I was just doing, like, throwing stuff on my lids, and it was so pretty. I ended up putting Taupe Berry in the crease. It turned out so pretty. It was so easy to do. The raspberry cocoa that I've got on today, it's beautiful. This whipped cream actually has a lot more shimmer than not necessarily shimmer, but it shows up a lot more than I expected. I think I could actually use that as a highlighter, and I might try that soon. And even these sugared strawberry and frosted pink, I expected them to have zero pigment, like the the three little palettes that came last Christmas in that little hotel or whatever it was. I expected, there was one shade that looked kind of like frosted pink that had zero pigment. It was all glitter. I expected these to be like that. These don't have a ton of pigment, but they do have some, and I was impressed because they had way more than I expected. I've really enjoyed playing with the entire palette. Again, there's a lot of shades that are elsewhere, but the Sweet Toffee, the Butterscotch, the Sugar Plum, the Raspberry Cocoa, those are gorgeous. So I'm going to try to do some brush swatches with those just because I love them so much. See, I use a towel to get the excess off. See, and then I said sugar plum. And then, of course, raspberry cocoa. Okay. So I put sweet toffee on the top here, then butterscotch, sugar plum, and raspberry cocoa. And I don't know how well you're seeing this in the viewfinder, but I love metallics, and these two are so pretty. Like I said, those are probably my 4 favorite shades out of the palette, but they're all really beautiful. I've done stuff with this that even my parents liked when I showed it to them. And I've done stuff that was like with the sweet toffee and such. It's a little bit more out there, the kind of stuff I normally do, that Alex and I both thought turned out beautifully, but it was a little bit much for them. So you can do stuff for work or whatever. You can even pull the neutrals out of this and just use that if that's what you're into. But I like this palette. I would recommend it if you're into like the scented stuff, the food themed stuff. Those are my big things. If you don't have a lot of Too Faced palettes, I would say this is a good one, because while it does have a lot of the same shades they do in their other palettes, I think these are a touch better quality. Not so much better than the chocolate bar palettes, but like the ones that I've been getting more recently. Let's see, what's the last ones I got? Like the ones I had at Christmas, these are a little bit better, and that sort of thing. So I can't think of anything else to say about it. I already said I really like it. So can you think of anything I should touch on? So yeah, that's my main thing. I enjoy it. If you fit into any of those categories I mentioned, I would recommend buying it. Maybe not if you have a giant makeup collection, you might not need it, but I like it. Would recommend overall. And if you have any questions or want me to do any other videos with this, let me know. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll talk to you guys next time. Bye!